What's up, you guys? It's Simone, aka Money Mo here, and I'm back. I know it's a little late. You guys know I have to take a little break, but I'm back. And before we get into it, this is the exit meeting episode. I'm going to be breaking down how season went by giving simple grades and just giving my 2 cents, okay? But first off, I just want to give a shout out to the Las Vegas Aces for winning the championship for the 2025 season. An amazing performance. I want to give a shout out to the Phoenix Mercury, from the players to the front office, because they did a great job too, making that team out of just two players returning. Um, and just a shout out to all the players and the coaches that made this possible, because this was a very exciting season. I really enjoyed it from all the teams and all the players. Like nothing but more expectations this upcoming season. And I want to get right into the exit meeting, okay? So I gave a couple grades on like certain parts of the season, and some of the parts are the officiating, the attendance, the fans, the effort from the players, the fit from the players, and the number of games that were on national television, okay? So I just want to give the overall grade. The overall grade is an 86%, which isn't bad. But you're going to understand why it's an 86% right here. I'm about to break it down. Let's start with the officiating, okay? For the officiating, I give it a D, 65%, okay? Because I've said this before earlier in the season. There were some moments in the games where the officiating kind of changed the momentum, and also the officiating wasn't controlled enough to the point where like players were getting injured. There were more I don't want to say scuffles, but it was just too much. It was just too much tension, and all that could have been prevented if the officiating would have been better. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, let's get into attendance. Talking about the fans. Attendance, you guys get an A and 50 gold stars. Shout out to y'all going to them games, pulling up, showing out, and watching those ladies play. Y'all filling up them seats is appreciated, okay? But we got to get into y'all behavior, because y'all behavior this season, and y'all be on them social media accounts, the Bleacher Report Women's Sports and these WNBA accounts. Y'all got to tighten that up. So in that regard, y'all get a 70%, because y'all get an A for attendance, because the way y'all been acting this season, y'all really should get an F for me. But an A and an F equals a C. I was being really nice. And plus, y'all was out there throwing dildos on the court. Y'all was heckling at the coaches when y'all can't even run up the court. No shade. Like, fans gotta learn to stay in the fans' place. And just keep it cool. So y'all get a 70% for that. Y'all gotta really tighten that up. All right. Let's get into the players. The effort this season, I give it an A, a solid A, 90%, because there were teams that been battling injury bugs all season. There were some teams that got hot at the right time, but at the end of the day, you guys still showed up and showed out for the fans, and I love that. All right, let's get into them fits. Y'all get A's and 50 gold stars from me, because I haven't really seen a bad fit. I haven't seen it, and I know Flix and I, we've been slipping. We haven't been doing no fit checks or nothing. Maybe we'll do that next season, if there is a next season, but I'm not going to talk about that next. Well, now. The next grade, national television. We're going to give that a 90%. I'm going to give it an A, okay? I'm going to give it an A because there were more games, and it wasn't just all fever games. It was a good mix of games, which I really liked. And I really liked that the W postseason, every single postseason game was on ESPN or ABC, which is nationally televised. And that's how it should be. Like all games, all postseason games should be nationally televised. But with all those grades I just listed, overall 86%. Okay, not bad. Hopefully, I'll be able to grade the next season, because let's get into this CBA talk. All right, I had a feeling. I was talking to the guys in the Triple M group chat, I'm like, hey, it's going to be a lockdown because there's no numbers being talked. The WNBA side, they're giving BS numbers. They're moving the goalposts. The players are standing on business. So they extended the CBA for another 30 days. So they got another 30 days to figure it out. Both sides got to come together and sit down. And you guys already see it. You know what side I'm on? I'm on the side of the players. I'm on the side of the players. Because honestly, it honestly all trickles down to Kathy. It's to the point where it's like the players of the W versus Kathy. Because the whole little situation with her and Nafisia Collier was out of hand. It's unnecessary. Because in my opinion, what does Nafisia have to lie about? What does she have to lie about? And also, if someone would have said some false accusations about me, I wouldn't be waiting no 48 to 72 hours for no presser. I'm addressing it right there. So that kind of tells me that she thought this conversation was going to be under the table and it wasn't going to be brought up as receipts. So I feel like if the WNBA was to go forward, Kathy has to be out of that chair. I recommend that position as a commissioner should go to a player who has front office experience. That's just my opinion. Someone that represents the league as a whole. And let's be realistic, Kathy does not represent the league as a whole, okay? Just from the comments that she said, y'all can look up all the stuff she said. I'm not about to get on here and do that. But Adam Silver, he's on my list too, regarding to his comments about shares and about things being personal versus business. When all this is business, and that passive aggressive comment just shows me that you are standing with the office of the WNBA by moving the goalposts. If y'all just pay them what you guys owe them, we wouldn't be here for none of this. Unrivaled is worth $400 million. Those ladies are getting paid. There are other avenues for these ladies to make money, but they understand the W is the place to be. So I think they should just figure it out and come together. And plus, the owners are not in this area where they're worried about making a profit. Damn near all the teams in the W are worth $100 million, arranging in the $100 million range. So all I'm gonna say is they got to figure it out. But I wouldn't be surprised if we have a super late start to the 2026 season. We will be updating y'all on this. We'll probably get y'all an update in a few weeks, most likely after the Thanksgiving break. Hopefully I'm on here not saying I told you so, or I honestly just want to be on here saying about damn time because they paid the players. But in the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about Unrivaled, so meet me there. I'm out of here.